I think the GPA have been very innovative in the programmes they've introduced for players around health and well-being, around life skills, around education, career development. It's excellent for our players. I mean, I would want our players to have the best player welfare system possible available to them. I think the GPA have worked very hard to provide that. We provide the funding and we ask the GPA to deliver the programmes to the players. I think it's a model that's worked well. There's a huge commitment required of players at the inter-county level. I think that as they are amateur players, it's important that we provide the best possible support in terms of player welfare. So it's a big financial commitment for us, but it's one that we're very happy to make.
In the 2 years since we've established the player development programme, we've supported players in a whole host of different ways in critical areas of their life away from the games, and that's really important because these are the formative years in a player's career outside of the sport. We've helped players in terms of education support. Over 1,500 players in the 2 years have received scholarship or education support. We've helped players with career development assistance, helping them find jobs, which is very important in the current climate. And also in terms of our health and wellbeing programme, over 2,500 players have benefited in some form, be it through cardiac screening, custom fitted gum shields, and even our very important counselling service. So it's been a great success to date.
I think we have a very good working relationship. I mean, at every level, Dessie is Chief Executive of the GPA and myself, Donald Logan, our President, we had Christy Cooney and now Liam O'Neill. I think we have a very good relationship. We see the GPA as providing the views of the players to us. That's hugely important. It goes beyond, I suppose, just the player welfare angle. It's important that we know what players are thinking, what's important to them, and the GPA are very good at presenting the views of players. We won't always agree, and that's important too. I think it's vital that the GPA present an independent voice on behalf of players, and they do that very well.
Well, that relationship between the GPA and GAA is hugely important to the players because it allows both the GPA and GAA to work in tandem in supporting the players both on and off the field in career development, professional development, and also when times are tough as well, they can come together and really take care of the player.
I love watching sports and I have a huge interest in all sports, and I don't care, I suppose, if young lads are playing any sport, but we want them to play our games, we want them to play GAA, and if we're not well organised, if we're not able to look after young lads, they simply won't come through the gates and play in clubs.
Well, I went back to college and I had been a fully qualified plumber, so I was getting a wage every week, but I knew what I was getting myself into, that I wasn't going to have as much money, but I also knew that there was the likes of the GPA scholarship scheme there, and I knew that there was schemes like that, and the benevolent fund as well, that if there was a case that I was in a bit of bother, that there was these support services there for you, and they've been great.
Well, I think all along our vision for players and supporting players has been to get to the stage where we're at today, where we have a really comprehensive player development programme, supporting players in these critical areas of our life. The financial support from the GAA, it couldn't be done without that, and we're obviously continuously trying to make the programmes better. It's still very much in its infancy, but the response from players has been immense.
I think since the GAA and the GPA have come together, players have more of an input now, which can only bode well for the future of the game. We've seen the merging of the GPA and the GAA All-Stars, which was a fantastic occasion last year, and hopefully there'll be more of that.
We want our players to become leaders in their clubs as well as in their counties and in society generally, and I think that through the GPA programmes we're helping to skill players up to fulfil those roles, and I think there's plenty of evidence that's happening very well. Generally speaking, our inter-county players are articulate, well-educated people, and the GPA through their programmes are contributing to that, and that has to be to the benefit of the GAA, because history tells us that many of these players, many of our inter-county players, will go on to become leading administrators, managers, and involved in the association in a variety of roles. So therefore I think it's a good investment for us even on that level.
The goodwill that's there between both organisations is immense, and together much more can be achieved, and I think we've proven that to date.